to help them look great, eat well, get healthy, and just embrace life. And so from that challenge, one person from all across Canada will be selected to get a total body makeover with a personal trainer, a nutrition coach, a life coach, and a beauty expert. So it's a great opportunity. It's a beautiful magazine with, you know, great information.
Really, really good advice in it. Well, you're looking fantastic. So nice to have you back on the show.
Thanks
We're
so
going to
much.
be back with more right after this break. Stay with us. I want some more of that lemon.
Oh, it's delicious.
It is so good.
No one knows what cold symptoms you need to target better than you. Vicks Custom Care. Treat only the cold symptoms you have and none that you don't. No one knows what cold symptoms you need to target better than you. Vicks Custom Care. Treat only the cold symptoms you have and none that you don't.
Switch to Swiffer 360 Duster Extender with its dust-trapping fibers, and you may never go back to your old duster. But don't worry, he'll find someone else.
Who's that lady? Who's that lady? Sexy lady.
Swiffer 360 Duster Extender cleans high and low with thick all-around fibers that trap and lock up to 2 times more dust than a feather duster. Swiffer gives cleaning a whole new meaning.
Disney on Ice presents Princess Classics. It's the 7 most enchanting stories of all time in one amazing live show. Join Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, The Little Mermaid, Aladdin and Jasmine, and more. For a dazzling celebration of romance, fun, and adventure. Live in your hometown. Get tickets today and let the happy endings begin.
We've iced the price. Tickets starting at just $14, playing March 17th through 21st.
Oscar Week continues on CHCH. Join us tonight for some of Oscar's biggest stars and best performances.
You want me to take my heartbreak, put it away, and forget?
You're a little strange.
Do you realize how paranoid you are?
You're not real.
But cute.
What's happening?
I guess I'm going through a life crisis.
Who are these men?
Call me Mr. Tibbs.
Oh, sorry.
It's an unforgettable night.
I need the large polo mallet.
Filled with unforgettable films. Oscar Week continues on CHCH.
Morning Live Traffic is brought to you in part by the friendly professionals at 310 Debt.
8:22 on Morning Live. Thanks for joining us with the Oscars coming up this weekend. I wonder what the stars will be drinking at the big Hollywood parties on Oscar night. Well, we have drinks expert Gavin McMillan from Bartender One of the top pouring schools, and also you got a monthly column. It's Raising the Bar, and it's written in the food industry. It's a huge, you have like 20,000 readers a month.
We're actually up to about 60,000 now.
That many, wow. Yeah, so you're big stuff and right around the world. And of course, you're an expert, and you're here with Grey Goose vodka because Grey Goose is actually teaming up with Soho in LA.
Yeah, Soho House is actually, there's a number of members clubs called Soho House in New York and in London, and they're opening up a brand new one for the Oscars, and Sir Elton John's going to be attending, so we're going to be making some of the cocktails that the celebs are going to be drinking at the Oscars. And it'll be a who's who in from the A-list. That's exactly right.
Drinking Grey Goose. Yep. So, what's on the menu for that evening? And if we want to play the home game, we'll get the recipes out.
The first one that we're going to make for you today is called the Sunset Goose, and it's a fairly straightforward fairly straightforward cocktail. We're going to start with about 1.5 ounces of Grey Goose. Okay.
And this is great stuff if you're hosting an Oscar party at home. You can just, this is what Sir Elton's drinking at this moment.
That's what we're
have a theme party.
So about 1.5 ounces of Grey Goose. These little measuring cups are fantastic for home use. They're made by OXO, and they're really easy to measure out your ingredients with. So about 1/2 ounce of Pinot de Charente, which is it's a typical cognac-based beverage, so it's a grape-based spirit.
Will these recipes be available online?
Absolutely, at greygoose.com.
Okay, perfect.
For sure. So a little bit of Pinot de Charente. And then we're going to do, when you have the option, always best to fresh squeeze your juices rather than using bottled juices. So I got one of these little hand presses. We're just going to squeeze about 1/3 ounce. And I don't know if you can see that on camera, but really, You can't get it out of a bottle much faster than that.
Yeah.
And
you
fresh juice
you got the good stuff.
All the difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, Grey Goose is relatively new to the scene. It was introduced it was actually in the late 90s.
Yeah, mid to late 90s.
Yeah, but this is the high-end stuff. That's how it's positioned. This is a wheat-based vodka.
Well, it's 100% French wheat.
Yeah.
It comes from the breadbasket of France and the same region that...
Cognac, actually.
Yep, from the Cognac region. It's filtered through Grand Champagne limestone, and it's the same region where you get all those great French pastries from. So that's really what makes it so unique.
Yeah.
So we've got a little bit of lemon juice, and then we just added a little bit of simple syrup. And simple syrup is really very, simple to make. It's 1 part sugar, 1 part water. Mix it up until it's dissolved, and you've got a little bit of a sweetening agent for your drinks, which is fantastic. And we're just going to shake this up. And the last thing we're going to add to it is something called bitters. And bitters is a very traditional cocktail ingredient that hasn't been used much in the last little while. But if you think definitely coming back in a big way. If you think back to kind of high school when you did that diagram of the tongue with the sweet and sour and salty and bitter. Well, right now we've got sweet and sour balanced in there with some Grey Goose and some Pinot de Charente, and we're going to add a little bit of bitterness to it, just a couple of dashes.
Okay.
And that's going to add a little bit more mouthfeel and a little bit more kind of depth of flavor to the cocktail.
Now, you're doing this for the benefit of the TV audience. If Sir Elton John was standing right there waiting for his drink, how long can you put this together in?
Probably about 30, 45 seconds. It's really important if you're having an Oscar party to have a little bit of what we call mise en place, or everything set up in its place.
Right.
So you have your...
You learn this at Bartender 1.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How many students are there?
We train about 1,200 a year.
Yeah.
Yep.
So good shape. It's getting quite a reputation itself with the cordon bleu of bartending.
We hope so. We hope so. There's certainly lots of opportunity for great cocktails in the city, and there's some great cocktail bars that are coming out of the city. So
this is looking good.
We're going to do our best.
It's an Oscar winner. Yeah, so for the party, there's several themed drinks. I think there's about 5 on the recipes.
Yep.
Appropriately named City of Angels and Hollywood L'Orange, which I see you're getting ready to...
Yep. Well, I'm actually going to show you kind of an interesting little trick that you can use to add not necessarily just flavor to your drinks, but also a little bit of aromatics, if you will. And all we're going to do is just cut about a 2
I'll just move this out of the way so we can see what you're doing, and I can take a sip at the same time. Okay.
Sure. I'm actually going to do it right over that drink.
Okay.
So you need about a toonie-sized piece off the outside of an orange, just like so. And you're just going to warm it up over kind of an open flame. I'll just set that off to the other side. Warm it up over kind of an open flame, and then give it one good squeeze. And what's inside this orange peel is a bunch of amazing fresh orange oils.
Nice.
And we've just caramelized those. So if you just want to take a smell of that drink now, you get some really intense orange flavors.
You don't want to leave that party early.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow, that's amazing. We'll call that the pièce de résistance because we just ran out of time. Gavin, thank you so much. And again, it's a greygoose.com.
Greygoose.com. All the recipes are there.
Fantastic. Everything you just saw. So you can get your party rolling right now. We've got to get rolling before you get rolling out the door. And we've got some Hollywood giveaways, actually, with a free DVD giveaway coming up before 9 o'clock and the news at 8:30 next.
Year after year, we watch in awe at their jumps, spins, and throws. In 2010, join Kurt Browning, Joanie Rochette, and a new generation of Olympic, world, and national champions for Canada's #1 skating tour, Sears Stars on Ice, presented by Samsung. Coming to Toronto, Hamilton, and London this spring. Tickets on sale now at starsonice.ca. Sears Stars on Ice, presented by Samsung.
Gets in his car and drives away, far from all the things that we are.
Celebrate Chinese New Year at King's Buffet and treat yourself to a Royal Oriental feast at any one of our many locations. Enjoy over 200 delicious items including salads, main course delights, roasted chicken, prime rib, sushi, dim sum, and delectable desserts. And for a limited time, savor mouth-watering lobster and snow crab every weekend. The Chinese New Year celebration is on now. Make it a memorable dining experience at King's Buffet, serving Hamilton at 200 Centennial Parkway North at Barton Street East.
Get more for your meeting at the Hamilton Convention Center. For cost-effective meetings to suit your needs and budgets, let the Hamilton Convention Center customize a meeting package that won't break your budget. Centrally located, close to hotels, with an award-winning culinary team, the experienced staff at the Hamilton Convention Center can provide you with a turnkey service for your next meeting. Let them save you time and money. Visit heckfi.ca or call 905-546-3000. That's 905